Hello dear students, I am Dr. Tushar Salve, Assistant Professor in Electronic Science. I welcome you all on this e-learning platform. As per the guidelines of Savitribai Phule Pune University, a revised syllabus with choice-based credit system, that is CBCS, has to be implemented for SYBSC from this semester. In this situation of pandemic, it is difficult for you to attend the classes physically. Therefore, we are going to meet for lectures through online mode. We are going to learn paper first of SYBSC Electronic Science. The name of the paper is Communication Electronics. Total 36 lectures are allotted for this particular course. This course is divided into 4 units. The first unit is Electronic Communication, second unit is Continuous Wave Modulation Techniques, third unit is Pulse Modulation Techniques, and the last unit is Introduction to Digital Communication. We start with the unit first. What we are going to learn in this unit, the objective of the units, the objectives of the unit are to understand the basics of communication electronics, to understand techniques of communication, to study the electromagnetic spectrum, to understand the concept of noise in communication. So, as the name of the course is Electronic Communication, first we should understand what is communication. So, communication is the basic process of exchanging information, and the communication is required for human beings to convey their thoughts and ideas, feelings, orders, news, etc. In the beginning, information could only be transmitted over a short distance, maybe through the spoken word, the obvious limiting factor being the range over which a man could shout. This was enough until man began to live in larger and larger social groups, which made obligatory for the man to have rapid and long distance communication methods. Apart from having horse riders and birds as messengers, early methods also use electromagnetic waves in the visible region for the communication. And the idea was to send a light beam from one place to other and then to have it pre-coded interruptions to communicate information. This method was fast, which leads to several modern techniques of communication. The only drawback was the range was limited to line of sight distance. Then electronic communication began when electricity was discovered, and it started with wire telegraphy. The telegraph was invented in 1844, and thereafter Bell invented telephone in 1876. After that, in 1887, radio was discovered and its demonstration was done in 1895. Radio communication made possible by the invention of triode tube, and subsequently it became even more widely used through the invention and the use of transistors, then ICs and other semiconductor devices. Nowadays, well-known forms of electronic communications such as telephone, radio, television have increased our ability to share information, and today they are major parts of our lives. Friends, now we should know how this communication works. So we are going to learn the block diagram of this communication system. So the basic concept of communication system includes transmitter, then communication channel, this communication channel over which the signal propagates and it reaches up to the receiver. So we are going to learn all the blocks step by step. First, let us start with the information source. So what is going to happen? Information source is nothing but where signal is going to be generated. The signal is then transmitted to the input transducer. The input transducer is going to convert that signal into electrical form. Then this electrical signal is transmitted to the transmitter. Transmitter is going to process the signal, which is then propagated over this channel. The receiver is going to decode the signal which was encoded previously in the transmitter, then the decoded signal will be given to the output transducer, and again output transducer will convert that signal into its original form. And in the process of propagating signal through the channel, a noise will be introduced in the original signal. Now let us start with the first block, that is information source. What is information source? The communication system has to communicate a message. This message comes from information source, and the information itself is that which is conveyed. In most systems, human generates a message that we call the information or the intelligence signal. Now this information could be in the form of sound waves, it could be a picture, it could be a speech data, etc. Information source, the information generated by human is in the form of sound waves for electronic communication. In this information needs to be converted into the most suitable form for transmission. And here it comes, the part of our input transducer. Now we want to convert the sound signal, for example, into the electrical form, and this is going to happen with the help of this input transducer. What is transducer? A transducer is a device which converts one form of energy into another form, and the message from information source may or may not be electrical in nature. Therefore, in case when the message produced by information source is not electrical in nature, an input transducer is used to convert it into a time varying electrical signal. So the function of input transducer is to convert this signal into the electrical form. For example, in case of radio broadcasting, a microphone, mic we call, which converts the information or message which is in the form of sound waves into corresponding electrical signal. So we can say the mic is nothing but a transducer which converts sound waves into electrical signal. The transmitter is a collection of electronic components and circuits are designed to convert the information into signal suitable for transmission for given communication medium. Now it is very obvious that the electrical signal generated by the transducer cannot be propagated directly to the receiver. So it needs to be processed so that it should be propagated effectively towards the receiver. And this is the main function of this transmitter. It is done through the help of transmitter. The function of transmitter is to process the electrical signal from different aspects. For example, in radio broadcasting, the electrical signal obtained from sound signal is processed to restrict its range of audio frequencies. For example, up to 5 kHz in amplitude modulation radio broadcasting, and it is often amplified by the transmitter. In case of wire telephony, no real processing is needed. However, in long distance radio communication, signal amplification is necessary before modulation. What is modulation? Which is done by the transmitter. The modulation is main function of the transmitter. In modulation, the message signal is superimposed upon the high frequency carrier signal. So the signal that we are having over here is going to mixed with some high frequency signal, and that process is called as modulation. So in short, we can say that inside the transmitter, signal processing such as restriction of range of audio frequencies, amplification and modulation of signal are achieved, and all this processing of message signal are done just to ease the transmission of the signal through the channel. Now let us look the details of the channel. The term channel means medium through which the message travels from transmitter to the receiver. In other words, we can say that function of the channel is to provide physical connection between the transmitter and receiver. There are two types of channels. First is point-to-point channel and other one is broadcast channel. So what is point-to-point channel? For example, the wire line. Wire line connects a transmitter and receiver. So the wire line between transmitter and receiver is a point-to-point channel. Then microwave link, optical fiber. These are also examples of point-to-point channels. Wire lines operate by guided electromagnetic waves and they are used for local telephone transmission. In case of microwave links, the transmitted signal is radiated as an electromagnetic wave in free space, and microwave links are used in long distance telephone transmission. Whereas in optical fiber, which is a low loss, well controlled and guided optical medium, optical fibers are used in optical communication. These are all the examples of point-to-point communication. Although these three channels operate differently, they all provide physical medium for the transmission of signal from one point to another point, and therefore for these channels the term point-to-point is used over here. On the other hand, the broadcast channel provides capability where several receiving stations can be reached simultaneously from single transmitter. The example of broadcast channel is a satellite geostationary orbit which covers about 1/3 of the Earth's surface, and the satellite broadcasts the signal and multiple stations receives this signal on the Earth's surface. Now, as I earlier said that during this process of transmission of signal from transmitter to receiver, which is done with the help of this channel, some noise is going to be introduced in our transmitted signal. What is that noise? The noise is basically unwanted and desired electrical signal along with desired signal. Noise in communication system is undesirable electrical energy that enters the communication system via the communication medium and interfere with the transmitted message. Many electronic components used in the transmitter and receiver also generate noise. There are many types of noises that we are going to see in later sections. Noise could be of two types: internal noise and external noise. Internal noise is nothing but the noise generated inside the system, and external noise is nothing but the undesired signal which interferes with the transmitted signal. Now the signal is reached to the receiver. What is the function of receiver? Receiver has to pick up the desired signal from the channel and pass it to the destination. Our destination is output transducer. So there are different type of receivers in communication system. The types of receiver depend upon number of factors such as modulation system, the operating frequency, its range, and the nature of output required. This is the destination. Let us call it as output transducer. It is the final stage which is used to convert an electrical message signal into its original form. For example, in radio broadcasting, the destination is a loudspeaker which works as a transducer, that is, it is going to convert the electrical signal in the form of original sound signal. Thank you. Friends, this is the way how the communication system works.